Hello and welcome to episode 197 of Nolo Time. My name is Obed Velez and with me, the most interesting man in the world, Joel Young.
What's good? No load time. Obed, pleasure to be with you, my friend.
Good to be here, bro. How's it going?
Life's good. Happy to have a nice weekend here coming up. We've got a great movie coming out this weekend, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I say great because my expectations are high. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be good, but I have suspicion that it will be. But we'll have to just wait and see. At this moment, man, I got my tickets booked to see it on Saturday.
Okay.
So I will not be seeing it tomorrow. Usually I'd see this kind of stuff like Thursday night premiere, like
Yeah,
would have been
usually you're
today.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, usually I'd be there today.
Yeah.
I've got some scheduling conflicts. So I will be seeing it instead Saturday. And I'm thinking I'll probably be posting some reaction stuff here on our socials after the fact, a little brief recap. So looking forward to it. I'm trying to
Cool.
stay away from spoilers right now. There are fans who have already seen the film. First showings around 6 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken, here in the Eastern Standard Time. So I'm recording this at 9:30. So yeah, there's some people I've already seen Shang-Chi right now, and I will be intentionally shutting down, muting a few accounts that I know tend to get so excited. These are
Oh,
fans. I'm not
man.
hating on you, but they get so excited, they get so sweaty, they got to start talking and oh,
Yeah.
I'm not spoiling, but and they are spoiling, and
T-
I'm not that guy.
TJ on the chat on Facebook says, just saw it. So there you go.
No
Insider,
way.
insiders. We got another
Oh,
insider. We got an insider.
oh,
Good,
here
good,
we
cool,
go.
good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, I'm excited for that. Yeah, thanks for reminding me about muting people because, uh, see, this is what stinks, right? Because I'm not sure when I'm gonna be able to see this movie. Um, it's probably gonna be a couple months at least, and I can't just mute people for a couple. I mean, I could, but yeah. Oh, did I lose Joel? Did I lose Joel? No, no, no. There we go. There you are. You're back. I think I
I'm
lost you
back.
for a second.
Oh, sorry guys, live streaming.
Yep. Good stuff. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it though.
Yeah, you're probably waiting to see it on Disney Plus or something, right? So,
Yeah,
and I
more
know
than
that this is
likely.
not a same day streaming film, so this is going to be
Correct.
one of those that
There's opinions about that, Joe. We'll talk about it later.
I know. We will talk about
Oh,
that in just a short bit
oh
here.
my goodness. Yeah, yeah. Not much on my end, man. I just want to give you an update on Demon Slayer because I talked about it a few weeks ago when I started watching it, and I said it was really good, and I was only like 3 or 4 episodes in. Okay, so I got to this episode, right? It's been building up to this confrontation and this thing that's happening. I don't want to spoil it, because it's worth to watch. Like, it's really good, right? So there was this episode. I think, like, fans can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's episode 18. I have not had this big of an emotional reaction since Cap took the hammer. So
That
take
powerful.
that. Take Cap picking the hammer, picking Mjolnir up, right? And you mix it with the Mufasa monologue, when Simba sees himself in the water, and Mufasa comes up in the clouds, is like, "You are my son," and take those two things and mix it up. That's the emotional reaction that I had from this episode, Joel. I was freaking crying, dude. Like, no lie, crying. And I haven't like, probably since like Flying Leia. That was a big emotional reaction that I had. But it was different because it's a character that I'm used to, that I've known for 30 some years or
Yeah.
whatever. This is like a brand new thing, and it hits me like, oh, bro, it hit me right in the face, dude. This show is something else. It's really, I gotta see where the movie. I don't know if the movie is already available in the U.S. I think it is. To see if there's any place that I can watch it, because Yeah. I mean, there's a game coming out for a PS5. But yeah, dude, this show is something else, bro. It's like I took my glasses off. I started crying and cry. I had stood
Wow.
up. I was like, "Holy crap! Are you serious, dude? What is this show?" It was wow, wow. So highly recommended. I finished the Box Art uh, docu series on Amazon Prime. That was good. The video game Box Art. That was really good overall. I really enjoyed it. The last two episodes were kind of like a filler thing because it was more of I was like, oh, here's like some other things that this guy said that we didn't get on their interview, and then the last episode was a couple that stumble upon a bunch of box art, like original like art, and they went to an auction over in the Portland Retro Game Expo, and auctioned it and whatnot. So very good, very good, very good. I really enjoyed it. Again, like I've said a million times in the podcast, I'm a sucker for concept art, box art, art design. So it really spoke to me. So I yeah, I see it. So I thought it was really good. So really enjoyed it. Man, other than that, my wife wanted me to watch Cruella with her. I didn't watch it. She watched
No,
it.
really.
She watched it. She liked it. She said it was
You
good.
haven't seen it yet. Yeah, I actually recommend it. It's much more charming than you might think,
Yeah.
actually. I was afraid the movie like that would take itself like,
Too
trying to like be
seriously.
like the Disney Joker. That's like how like the trailers and
Oh,
stuff.
I could see
It's
that.
like,
I could see
oh,
that. I
like
see
it's
that.
just trying to be like that and all whatever. But it's a comedy, dude. Like it's hilarious.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, my wife liked it. She said it was good. She was like, oh yeah, I liked it. It
I
was
liked it
fine.
more than Maleficent. Let me say that much.
Okay.
And Maleficent is it has moments that absolutely, I mean, they got a sequel, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah. See, I didn't
but
like the second one though.
yeah.
I
No,
like the
the second one I never watched.
no, really.
You never saw the second one, Maleficent. Only saw
Wow.
the first one.
So the first one, the second one is I don't think it's a good movie.
Yeah. See, that's the
Like
thing. I never saw it
I
because
could
it didn't catch my interest.
I could see why it got delayed so long, right? Because there was no reason for it to be delayed. It wasn't like pandemic or anything. Um, and yeah, like I
Sure,
could.
like if you like the Dalmatians, man, Pongo and Anita and Roger up, it's pretty good, man.
Okay, cool, cool. Like I lost my window on that one, sir. I think that was my window to watch it, and I skipped it. I can't even
uh
remember what I was watching. Um, uh, man, I think I was watching something else. I totally forgot what it was. Oh no, I probably found some random YouTube channel that reviews like B movies, like like those movies that you find in like Dollar General,
yeah, yeah.
like for like $2. Yeah, those like horror movies. Yeah, that's probably what it is. I really enjoy those channels though. Like what I'm really happy that actually like Cinemassacre is bringing the October thing back, the Monster Madness, because like I missed it. Like they didn't do it. They haven't done it in like 2 years, I think. And they used to do that. They used to sometimes take the B movies and do reviews for it. Um, the one that I've watched probably the most is Brandon's cult movie reviews. I think it's called. Yep. Brandon's cult movie reviews. Because the dude's funny. I mean, it's dark humor, like with during the review, right? So you have to be in that sort of mindset. Um, it's funny, and the movies are movies that I remember seeing back in the like in the 80s when I was a kid, and you see this crazy, again we'll go with the box art with this crazy cover and at the rental store, and you were like scared. It's like, oh, that movie scares me, and then you watch the review and it's like the stupidest thing, and it's just because the box art's really scary. So yeah, I've been watching a lot of that on YouTube because I find it really entertaining, and it's good to actually learn about this crazy movies and how they were made, and you know this all the direct to video market back in the 80s and 90s was incredible. So
So, not to change the subject, but since you brought up like behind the scenes stuff, Disney Plus, did you see that they have a new like behind the attractions thing that they did?
I did.
Bro, I instantly thought of Yesterworld. Remember we used to watch those
Yeah,
videos?
yeah.
And I'm
Back when
like,
we were in the
this
office, we would go
he
to
took the
during lunch break, we
Yesterworld,
would go watch
yeah, on
Yesterworld.
a
Yeah.
lunch break. They took the Yesterworld idea and made the Disney like their own official version,
Wow.
dude. I kind of want to check out a couple of them just to
Interesting.
see, especially like the Star Tours one, stuff like that.
Okay.
But I just thought it was funny. Like we used to watch those, and
Yeah, Yesterworld was really good too. That's
Yesterworld's
another
fantastic.
that's another like really good YouTube
I would
channel.
argue it's TV level, like behind the
Oh
scenes
yeah.
stuff. So
Yeah.
the fact that Disney made their
Yeah.
own,
And the info it's pretty accurate. Like
yeah,
it's pretty
from a
accurate. Like
guy who
if
doesn't work at Disney.
yeah, exactly. I mean, if you rode this rides, like if you're old enough that you were able to ride some of these rides before they closed down, and you watch it, and it's like, yeah, like I watched I for once like really saw the devolution of Journey into Imagination because the first time I rode it back in what was it '93,
Okay,
it was still the original one, and then I saw as they started cutting it, and then they closed it, and then they reopened, and then it was trash, and then they redid some stuff, and it was still trash, but not as trash. Like, yeah,
modifications,
yeah,
man.
man,
Wow,
that
incredible,
ride, bro. Those
incredible.
yeah, those old rides like where the World of Motion, where the test track is. That ride, man, that was something else. Epcot was a very very interesting concept, like the original. Like I'm actually I'm thankful that I was able to actually see Epcot when it was Epcot Center before it really
Yes,
changed, right? When they still had, like I said, World of Motion, Horizons, and all these rides that are no longer there, and how different Spaceship Earth was, and I think back then Spaceship Earth was like Walter Cronkite was like the narrator. So
The-
very good stuff, man. It's yeah, it's
and I
crazy to see how much that park changed.
I'll say you've seen it go from various places, and it's cool because I think it's about to take another turn
I yeah
within the next year,
I yeah
next few months to a year, really, depending on what
yeah
some of these projects. I mean, there's a lot of construction going on at that park. You go there now, and it's like not easily accessible for everything. But it's exciting because like they're really going hardcore with this new upgraded Epcot, and obviously a lot of really good new rides. Ratatouille, heard good things. I'm actually going to be doing an early preview on that
cool
in a week here, so I'll probably
nice
be able to talk about that. Not this next episode, but the one after that. I know Guardians of the Galaxy and obviously a few other things. So, but yeah, Epcot's changing. It's going to be cool to see where it goes now, where it goes the next step. But yeah,
yep
it's Disney, man.
yeah
Yesterworld. I
I
had to throw
know
that out
man.
there.
It's crazy. Like I've dude, it's like I was telling my daughter because I mean we went to she went to Universal for the first time this year,
Oh,
and I
nice.
was telling her how crazy it was back the first time when I came in, where when the parking lot was where Islands of Adventure is. That was the parking lot basically, and you just walked over and went in, and there was no city walk. It was just the park entrance, and that's it.
To imagine that is
That's
like
that's
not even. It's a foreign
bro,
concept.
and they have that like, this Alfred Hitchcock thing, and show, and Earthquake, and all this old school stuff, Back to the Future, and all this rides. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So, and
And
I
now they've
told you,
got another theme park coming, dude.
I know.
And honestly, what Disney's done with this, I wasn't planning to talk about this, but since you bring it
Yeah,
up,
I know.
what they've
It's a
done with
conversational podcast,
the
Joe.
conversation, what they've done with this annual pass situation is absolutely atrocious,
And the
dude.
genie stuff, like I still don't understand it, dude. I went back and read some stuff, and I was like, I'm still
I
confused,
was
dude.
willing to
I'm a
put up with
smart
the
dude.
genie. I was willing to put up with the genie,
Yeah.
but what they've done with this new tiers and the pricing on this new, I mean, dude, it's a crime. It's robbery, dude. I
Wow.
mean, they are taking don't get me wrong. I think Disney's worth a lot. I think it's a great experience that is worth, taking your family to experience in their lifetime. It's really, really, really great. I love it. I love going, but Universal's got a lot of people's eyes. You know, like
Yep,
that meme where it's like, the guy with the girl and he's looking back like at the other
I
one.
know.
That's basically what's happening. It's like, we've got Disney in our arm now, but we're looking back at Universal and we're like, you got Epic Universe coming and you got Mario and all this stuff going on. Like,
Yeah.
there, I saw a comparison. The highest price Disney annual pass for this new thing, the Incredi Pass, or whatever they're going to be calling it, that compared to the highest price Universal Pass is not even half as expensive as
So
the Incredible. It's insane, dude.
so
And
because
they
I know that they were gonna revamp the annual pass, right?
that's what I'm saying.
Is
They
that what you're
just
saying?
announced
Oh,
it.
okay,
They
okay, okay,
just
okay.
announced it, and on
What's
the
it
8th, I
called?
think it is. They
Incredi
have,
Pass.
yeah, like the Incredi Pass, the Sorcerer, the Pirate. Dude, the prices are absolutely ridiculous. And
I gotta check it out.
they don't include Photo Pass with the annual pass. So you got to buy that separate. Not the worst thing, but still another like thorn in some people's flesh, right?
Yeah.
You're taking the money and you're taking features away. Then you've got, again, like you're saying, the genie situation that's still
So
very, very confusing
so
for
that's the
people.
one that's available starting Tuesday, right?
Yes.
Okay. So holy
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, dude? It's
what,
robbery, man.
bro? Are
I
you
don't know.
serious? I mean, this is like, well,
I
this is
told
not
you.
Florida resident though. This is not Florida resident.
I got an email. I think it is, dude.
No, this doesn't specify
Because you
Florida.
can't get an annual pass if you're not Florida resident. Am I wrong?
Oh, available to all Florida residents. Yeah, you're right.
See what I'm saying? Yeah.
Wow.
I told you, dude. It's insane.
Wow. This
And
Pixie Dust Pass is awful, dude.
I know.
It's for okay, so if just to give you guys context, right? It's $399 plus tax. It's available to Florida residents only, and it's most weekdays. Most weekdays.
You
It's
have to
like,
be
bro,
basically retired, living in like the villages
I'm
that you can just.
I'm working
easily
on
go
week.
over.
So here's the thing, right? I'm working on weekdays. My kid's at school on weekdays. The days that she doesn't have to go to school, I don't want to go to the parks because they're busy anyway. It's like summer, which is like 1,000,000,000 degrees out there.
Yeah.
And then during Christmas, which is ridiculous. And then the next tier up is $200 more. And that one's the one that gives you most days. So that's the one that $699 plus tax is the one that's kind of like the
Silver.
seasonal pass that we used to have. That used to be like $200 and $300 or whatever. 200 and some dollars. Wow.
You see how ridiculous these prices
Wow.
are. I wasn't exaggerating.
Joel,
like if I was to tell you, I'm not gonna go into it. What I assumed I was grandfathered into versus
No,
what we got going
because I know
on
that
right
everyone's
here.
gonna get cut, bro.
Yeah, exactly. You have no choice but to make a decision, and I'm like, how? Like this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. They're
Bro,
trying
that's
to
a
appeal
lot
to
of money.
Yeah, man. No,
That is
it's
a
crazy.
lot of money. So you would give for the pirate pass, which is the minimum that you should get. You shouldn't buy that garbage Pixie
No, that's what I'm
Dust
saying. I
pass.
wouldn't even consider it.
That's garbage. It's $205 down and then $45 a month. The next one up is another $200 to $899. And that one is kind of the same thing, but it doesn't have. It still have blockout dates.
Yeah.
But
No,
what's the difference?
The Incredible Pass is really the only one that does not have blackout dates.
And it's $1,300.
Yeah.
It's
Plus
$1,300
tax. Plus
Yeah.
tax.
for a family of 4. It's a car, dude. You could buy a car a year
That's what I'm telling you. Yeah.
if with a family of 4 instead of going to Disney. Think.
It is bonkers.
Think.
That's why I said it's robbery. That's why I said you do.
Bro, are you
Universal. Did you see
serious?
what Universal started putting stuff out on their
Yeah,
social
they've
media
been.
about their
'Cause
annual
I've
pass?
seen that. I've seen
'Cause they
Universal
know,
poking
man.
fun at them. Yeah.
There's
Oh my
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Universal's about to get a lot of the youth.
Just to
And like,
just to compare, right? Like right on the air. It's like we go theme park.
theme
Hey, it's
park, let's go.
entertainment. It's valid. Bro, you can get the premiere pass, which includes like absolutely everything for
Everything.
Universal for $5.59.
It's not even. Come on, dude.
I mean,
You see,
I'm assuming that when the Epic Universe opens, that's gonna go up at least $100, right?
yeah,
But
yeah, we'll go up.
still,
That's
bro,
not even close, dude.
still, and you even get tickets for Halloween Horror Nights, dude,
I know.
included, and the Mardi Gras concerts.
Universal's about to make bank
Wow,
out of like once these annual
discounts
passes
at food
expire
at
for these people,
yo.
it is insane.
Wow. I gotta tell the wife about this. She's gonna have. I mean, they like I said, like you know that I've been on like an anti Disney thing on Facebook recently,
Look, it's been real.
cause it been it's I don't know, it's like this stories that have been coming out are just insane. I mean, they priced me out a couple years ago. Like I'm
Yeah, it's
already
too
out,
expensive.
right? It's it's crazy. Um, well, I mean, I guess we'll talk more about Disney now.
Yeah,
Uh, so what if was pretty okay this week? I think it was pretty good.
I don't know, man. It was pretty emotional.
It was emotional for sure. Um, I think exploring like the darker side of a possibility like this was pretty good. Was very brave because we've seen the other ones where I mean the first two were kind of like lighthearted, right? And then it got a little dark with the last one, where the all the original Avengers were dead, basically. And then we go into one where Doctor Strange just wait, spoilers, right?
Yeah, we're
Just be
spoiling
warned,
what if,
spoilers,
yes.
yeah. You go into one where Doctor Strange just annihilates the universe because he wants his love back, and it's heartbreaking. Yeah, it was pretty emotional, like you said. But it was also very interesting, like to see the extent of Doctor Strange's powers and what he's capable of doing. Right. Um, it was good. It was good. I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I think I was talking to someone else and I was breaking it down. I was saying how they are intentionally taking their time educating the fans on the rules of time travel within the multiverse. And that's just because, like, okay, think about what they did between phase one and phase three. They gave us hero introduction leading up to cosmic introductions, right, which gave us the Infinity Saga. And now as we get into Loki and WandaVision and Doctor Strange and the new Spider-Man movies and all this stuff, like the next phase of stuff is clearly between time travel and the multiverse, all of that, right? That the paradoxes
Yeah.
between those, and they use this as another opportunity to educate fans on the rules of time travel and paradoxes, and understanding that there are certain moments within the multiverse that it's a time thing, but it's also a what they refer to as an absolute point. And understanding there are certain moments that are absolute points that have to happen in order for the continuation of what was going to happen in that
Like
universe.
more than likely, like Uncle Ben, right?
That's what I was just about to say.
That's
Uncle Ben
yeah.
has to die in order for him to become Spider-Man. If you change that by any means, you completely destroy the faction of the entire universe, because then nothing, like it's too many ripple effects that destroy everything else, right? So it's crazy how they use a lot of symbolism of Strange literally had to fight himself. He became a literal monster, at the end in order to fulfill, what even Strange was telling Strange was like, it is our pride, it is our selfishness, that causes us to do these things that will literally make everyone else pay the consequences. I love also that they are showing us the role of the watcher and how we are, as we're watching the show, we are actually watching the show through the lens of the watcher. And so those few moments where the watcher is, his presence is sensed by Doctor Strange, and he's like, I could intervene, I could try to stop this, but I'm my responsibility in the universe is to purely watch. If I intervene, I could destroy all of the universes altogether. I can only watch these things from happening. So when when Strange actually like begs him, like, please, like you're like a god, like I've sensed your presence. I know you've been watching. Like, please just punish me. It's my fault. And he's like, I can't. It's like if I could, I would. But my job is to only watch. And now I unfortunately I have to literally watch you all fail.
Yep.
Interesting that everything gets destroyed, but Strange. We never see him get destroyed. I know that, not getting into it, but unfortunately, Disney marketing sometimes spoils things. And I saw a little advertisement for something else that could be coming up. I thought it was this episode at first, but
Oh, okay.
there was a little spoiler ahead
So he's
with
probably gonna be back in another episode.
what looks to be exactly that Strange, and maybe it does still force him to be good. Maybe losing everything, maybe will still cause him to change. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, he redeems himself after literally losing the entire universe.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Like I ain't let that happen a second time. Kind of thing.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
it was good. It was good. It's looking forward to more. Like I said, it's very good. And the 22nd can't come in any sooner, sir, because I really want to watch that Star Wars thing.
I know.
I am very excited for that. So definitely can't wait. But yeah, it was good. Hopefully these things are gonna give us a big payoff at the end. More than likely, you will. So yeah, pretty good stuff. Joel, how there's this story floating around. Several non legit. I don't want to say non legit, but not the best sources, right? So
Sure.
take them with a grain of salt. With a grain of salt, have been saying that Mando sees that the Mandalorian as a show will transition into something else after season 3. That season 3, because there were rumors floating around that Mando may be canceled after season 3. And now they're saying it's like, oh no, it's not gonna be canceled after season 3. It's going to transition into something else, ending the name The Mandalorian for the show because now there's more stuff happening. Like it could be called The Mandalorians or something bigger, right? Do you buy it?
Yes. And the reason I do is because of who actually said it. Which you're saying, like the websites that are putting it out there and really broadcasting it. I was a little skeptical of, except that if you link all the way back to the origins of this stuff, it links back to a People magazine interview with Giancarlo Esposito. Unfortunately, he was the one of the few people that I did not get to see at MegaCon. I did have some interesting questions I would have asked him for the show that may have gone viral. Who knows? We will never know, right? It's a multiverse question. But because Giancarlo says in the interview, he says something along the lines, and I'm trying to pull it up, but he basically says, okay, here it is. So I think the show is going to lay the groundwork for the depth and breadth that's going to come in season 3 and season 4, where you're really going to get answers. And so he's not season 4 is coming, but then he says something, and I'm trying to find the exact quote, but he said something basically along the lines in the interview. You can watch the video and check it out on people.com, but that after season 3, it's going to spin off into something new with the exact same characters in the same world. That's like basically what he said. So it's like that's the same show then.
Yeah.
But they're just trying to rebrand it.
That's what it sounds like. Yeah.
I'm not mad about, because it's like, as long as we still get the same characters and you're continuing the universe, I don't care. Like it could be, 3 seasons, and then just trying to take a new approach on it. I don't care. Maybe that means the Mandalorian himself is not the main character. He's in the show, but maybe he's not the main. Maybe it's another person's story instead, but he's still in it because it's a part of this universe. I don't know. Like, Is there something else going on? Is it going to be more Luke centric? I mean, I don't know. Like, I doubt it. After what I saw in that last thing,
they're gonna rebrand like Dragon Ball. It's like after this season, it's gonna be Dragon Ball Z, not Dragon Ball.
Right.
And then when this is over, they're gonna come up with something that doesn't really matter, but then Dragon Ball Super is a thing, right? So it's like,
Right, right.
that's probably what it is, right? They're probably gonna add like an S at the end, and it's gonna be the Mandalorians, and it's gonna
Could
be,
be.
you know,
Yeah.
him and the rest of the crew that Bo and the rest of the Mandalorians that he found. So yeah,
Speculation. We'll
yeah,
see, man. I mean, it's a I buy it. I
yeah.
buy the rumor and I'll sell the news.
Now they're saying it's like summer next year. Like it's been pushed a little bit, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I'm okay with that as long as it's quality.
yeah. Because Cassian's in March, based on what I heard, right? Because
Is it?
they wrapped up already.
Yeah, they wrapped up, but I
Yeah,
thought Obi-Wan came out first.
I don't think
Am I
Obi Wan
wrong?
comes out first. I think Cassian comes out in March, and
I don't think
then
it really matters from a storyline standpoint. Those are two
yeah,
very different
yeah, exactly.
places.
Um,
Although maybe it is. Now that I think about it, maybe that's the business setup because Vader was rumored to be in that show, and if Vader's going to be in Obi-Wan, there might be more connectivity than I think.
oh
I didn't think of it that way.
yeah, because this show takes place, uh, like right around when the Obi Wan show takes
Yeah,
place. Yeah, this is a younger Cassian. Okay,
I
they could
just thought
connect
that
it somehow.
it could be connected.
Yeah, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, we'll see. Um, Joel, how do you feel about Batman being a horror movie, or the Batman being a horror movie, based
I
on what
love it,
people said?
dude. I love it. I mean, whenever if you pick up any Batman comic, I've got a few sitting right on the side here. The movies have portrayed Batman as, no, 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 Batman.
That was
People
back
view
in
him
the
as
day,
like,
Joel.
back in the day. Then you get your Nolan Batman. It's just, break your
Yeah,
legs in. But when you like get into the books, Batman is dealing with some real nutty stuff, bro.
bro. So that's what I was watching when my wife was watching Krill. I was watching. Oh man, I forgot this guy on YouTube. So it was a video about how parents were like alarmed by Batman Returns when Batman Returns came out, and they had like
Alarmed.
interviews of people saying it was like really violent, and oh my god, it was like my kids, I had to take my kids out of the movie theater because this movie was like Batman was like killing people and shit. So so that's what I was
Wow.
watching because it was
That's
really
interesting.
interesting because I saw this thing come out, and then I just stumbled upon this video over the weekend, and um and I go back and it's like, yeah. And then now that you said the Nana Nana Batman, it's like, oh yeah, well, there was a lady that was like, oh yeah, so I took my daughter to watch the movie and we had to walk out because like it was insanity, right? But and I went in because I remember Batman back in when I was a kid was like, this like goofy thing, right? So like this was 1992 when the movie came out, right? Not yeah, 91, 92, yeah. Summer 92, yeah, I think.
Wow.
So, yeah, bro. It was crazy.
See,
Like how
people have always
McDonald's have to
perceived
like
him
pull
that
the
way.
toys. Like McDonald's have to pull the toys from the Happy Meal cuz like parents got like there was like this fake TV show with like
Wow.
this kids that looks like actors saying, "Yeah, this movie was an attack on children." It's like, what kid talks like that? Come on. Yeah.
That kid got a happy meal after that video.
Right. Yeah. But it was really interesting because it's like, and it's true. Like Batman Returns is pretty violent. Like the
It
Penguin with like
is.
all the killing, and Batman kills people, and Catwoman's like crazy and like really suggestive, right? So
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean
man.
the Nolan Batman movies, you're not like, oh come on, little Billy, we're gonna have a great time watching like this heavy stuff, bro.
So that I think that's um, I remember standing in line for Batman Begins,
Yeah.
and um, I was in PR back when
Man,
it
I
came
never saw
out.
that movie in
Because
theaters. Tell me about this experience.
okay, so I watched it in theaters. Like there was a long line. We're waiting in
Okay.
line. I was in PR because I had moved back. Uh, I was in here in Central Florida for like a year and a half or 2 years. Moved back to PR for about a year and a half, and then came
Okay.
back. So I was in PR back then, and I remember standing in line. I was like, oh, so and the girl that was in front of us, some other girl came out of a movie theater. It's like, hey, they knew each other. It's like, so they say hi. And one is like, oh, so what are you waiting for? It's like, oh, Batman. And she's like, Batman, that's silly. And it's like, that's silly. And then I go back and I remember that the last movie that came out was Batman and Robin. I was like, yeah, that was freaking
Oh,
silly. So even back
wow.
then, like they had to like rebrand again because of the damage that Batman and
Wow.
Robin and made some to some extent Batman Forever did. So
S- See,
Batman
man,
had to like
like it
yeah, it's
sounds
crazy.
crazy to the regular fan,
Yeah,
like the DC fan who knows that Batman's a hardcore,
correct.
crazy person. But to the people who like historically, like you're saying, you literally have these people that are standing in front of you, like
Right?
that's silly, or oh, I thought he was like this funny, goofy thing. It's like that's
Yeah.
the goofiest stuff is not like it's messed up in the head goofy. Like I mean, Batman
Yeah.
literally is someone with a mental disability, and I'm not making fun of people with
No, it's just
disabilities. I'm just saying that's literally how his character was created.
PTSD and he's like
He-
yeah,
yeah, he's been through stuff. Like
yeah.
it's not normal stuff that's going on there, but he becomes a hero out of it all.
Yep.
So I mean, yeah, I'm basically those reviews saying that it's a horror. I'm like, that's how Batman should be.
And it's 3 hours long. And that they're like
Oh, it's gonna be
that
edited.
Matt Reeves he's fighting the studio, the WWE to keep it at
Ain't,
three
they ain't
hours and
gonna
it's
they
not
ain't
gonna
gonna
happen.
fly. They
Yeah.
ain't gonna fly.
I don't think they're gonna Nolan it, not Nolan it, I mean Snyder it, right? They're gonna like butcher it to some
Just
extent.
release
Yeah.
both versions, one in one at the
It's
Blu-ray
it's
and
gonna
one
be
in
out in
theaters.
Blu-ray. Exactly. That's probably what's gonna happen.
Make more money.
So yeah, yeah. Um it looks good. The trailer coming soon, man. Cause yeah, we can transition. Let's talk about fandom, yeah.
Yeah, DC fandom, which we've been referencing for a while now, they are going to be back. It's going to be October 16th, live stream, just like they did last year. If you didn't watch last year's fandom, you guys, it was absolutely awesome. They put San Diego Comic Con's live stream to shame. It was
It was
absolutely
good.
it was so well produced. It made you hyped for things that you didn't even care about because it was just so well put together. They were marketing like crazy on television. I remember watching like at the time. I think there was because the basketball season had shifted around. I remember watching like out of nowhere, like you get a commercial, and it was like all the DC heroes like watch fandom. I'm like, it's pretty cool to see an internet event being like getting TV spotlight and all that. So they did get millions of views within that 24-hour access. That's basically was you got one day to watch this stuff live, get your stuff and go. They had a lot more, in my opinion, cooler stuff on the slate last year. You had a conversation with Zack Snyder, and you had,
Yeah. Yeah.
obviously at the time, we'll get into Patty Jenkins in a second. We had a conversation with Patty Jenkins, and you had your Shazam
I have the
sneak peek
I have the
and
Patty Jenkins
Black
here on my phone.
Adam.
I'll just pull it up real quick.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So you had some really cool stuff that was going on with fandom last year. This year, it's a little different. The highlight's gonna be a brand new trailer for the Batman that we're talking about. This
Yep.
new The Batman with Robert Pattinson coming out. So that will be obviously it's gonna be on the internet everywhere, but they're gonna have a little behind the scenes featurette that we're gonna be able to catch during DC fandom, which is available again only for 24 hours online. So you got to catch it on October 16th. And then they also are going to have a special look at The Flash. And they also are going to have a special look at trying to pull up my list here of
Shazam.
items here. Shazam
That wrapped
and
up
Black
like two
Adam.
days ago.
Yeah. Yeah, Shazam and Black Adam. So that's from the movie standpoint. They're obviously gonna have comic books. They have their animated special. There's a new uh DC Super Dogs and movie. It's gonna be coming. I think like Kevin Hart's doing one of the voices and all that, and like stuff like that. That they're doing with Crypto the Super Dog and all that. Looks cute for the kids, but they got a few other projects going on, but their main heavy hitters are gonna be those films with behind the scenes featurettes. I had suspected pure speculation. There was nothing to give me this indication. Was just that there would be some kind of hey Zack Snyder teaser, like hey I'm back and we're
Mm,
gonna have some cool stuff coming to HBO Max. I didn't see on the list. Maybe I'm wrong. The DC website just so happens to be under construction at the same time. And literally they have a message. Our website's under maintenance. I'm like, of course, while we're going live.
Oh
Oh
no.
wait, I think they just brought it back up. Great. I didn't see anything on there for the new rumored not rumored, but HBO Max outside of the Peacemaker. Like I thought they would have something for maybe Batgirl,
Okay.
Blue Beetle, and the Canary movie that's supposed to be being worked on. So
I
the fact that
saw
there was
I saw that. Yeah.
nothing but the Peacemaker thing, it's like kind of surprising. Hopefully we get some kind of other HBO Max thing because that's where I was hoping to get a Zack Snyder presentation of some kind where it's like, hey, I'm gonna be working on some stuff. Stay tuned, whatever. I mean, think about it, Obed. Ben Affleck is back as Batman for the Flash, and according to Red Educations, that man wanted to put Joss Whedon in a sleeper hold at some point on the set, according to
Yeah.
some stuff that's been put out there. Man, believe what you will, but so the fact that he's back as Batman with all the stuff that he's been through and the stuff that he put on the set, just for even the Flash, money speaks, yes, but makes me wonder, like, and even again, what Ray Fisher told us at MegaCon, which was, for me to come back, it takes an apology. He didn't say, I'll be back if Zach's back or something. Like, there was
Yeah.
nothing
Yeah.
mentioned of that. Makes me wonder if they know that Zach is back. He's been very quiet recently, so I will
He
say
has
that
been.
much. But
Yeah.
well, we'll have to find out, man. DC fandom. I mean, how cool would it be that, or even if there was a random Superman movie announcement that, like, you know what, we got information that Henry Cavill is actually back. Like that would just light up the internet. I feel
Yeah.
like they got to do something more than what they had there because last year they had a special exclusive panel that was dropped in the middle. This year, there's nothing saying that yet.
Yep. Um, and they already confirmed that they're going to have another presentation on Arkham Knights. So
Oh yeah,
yeah, man, that game's been delayed for like a year and a half, dude.
I
That
don't
thing,
get
that
it.
thing better look incredible. Like after this delay so massive, like it better.
No sense.
It better, dude. Because it's yeah, the game was supposed to be that the game was supposed to been out like what November of 2019 or something like that,
And it
right?
is supposed to be PS4 and PS5. Am I right?
Yeah, yeah.
Xbox, the
It was
one,
supposed to be
Xbox.
cross gen, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So we'll see. Yeah, speaking of PS5, they found out why those new PS5 models are lighter, and it's because there was a significant weight reduction on the heat sink. So it's a smaller heat sink. All right. So at first, people freaked out. Everyone's like exposed, and this is awful, and you know,
A lot of memes going around.
a lot of yeah. Austin Evans getting death threats and all crap. Oh, guys, don't do that.
Be
Over
classy.
a console, honestly, man, baby. Um, so Austin did a tear down, and that's how they found out that the heatsink was different. Um, and there were some concerns initially, right? Because it was like 3 degrees over what the OG model was. The OG model was reading 52 degrees Celsius. This one was reading 55. But at the end of the day, they also redesigned the fan. At the end of the day, Digital Foundry, which are arguably the authority when it comes to this sort of thing, said it's like, yeah, this is like nothing. Like this is not even worth talking about because it's like,
The nothing burger.
why are you talking about this? Why are people so sickly obsessed with PS5, dude? Like honestly,
I think it has to do with that, like,
I love it. I
people as
love
like people
it.
love it so much. It's like they're looking for that one flaw. I don't
Yeah,
know. They're
I mean,
waiting for it to fail for like it's come on. It's not
like
gonna fail. It's just they can criticize some of the games being delayed,
yeah,
but
like I've
the
been
console
watching
itself is
Austin Evans
fine.
for a while, and I know that he is a bit of an expert, right? But but at the same time, right? It's like I don't think he's doing this maliciously. He's just trying to see what's different. And but at the end of the day, it makes no difference. Like the heatsink operates as it should. So
It's an interesting detail
yeah, it is. Yeah. Well, there was a
because Xbox historically had been the console people make fun of for overheating and all. I mean, both
yeah.
consoles, but
Do
there's
you
a
see
lot
the
of
one that
jokes about that.
exploded?
So I did not see that.
No, there was this rude dude on Reddit. He posted, it's like, "Yo, my Xbox exploded like 15 minutes ago. Almost killed my cat. Like it actually exploded."
What?
Yeah, dude. And he
I
posted a
shouldn't be
picture.
laughing. Poor cat. But
Yeah, man. He posted a
what?
picture and actually had like a hole in it, like melted. It's crazy, dude.
Series X?
See, yeah, Series X. Yeah,
Huh.
yeah, man. It's
That's
weird.
the first I've heard of an exploding
Yeah,
Xbox in a while, so it's interesting.
yeah. In a while.
I remember the 360 days, man.
Oh yeah,
360
yeah.
days were
I mean,
pretty
they were
crazy.
not. They were not necessarily exploding,
They were
right?
melting.
Yeah. By the way, dude. So in the office, there's this Xbox 360 that's been sitting in the office. Do you know a space in our work environment that got redone and some Xboxes were taken out?
Hmm.
So there's an Xbox 360 that I found in the office. Right, it was plugged in. It's working.
Okay.
It's a no hard drive model Xbox OG Xbox 360. Man,
Wow.
I popped it
Still
open.
working.
It's working. I popped it open, like I popped the CD, the disc out. It's Sonic '06 is there, like that terrible Sonic game, the
Yeah.
glitchy one. Yeah,
Yeah, I
dude.
remember that. Yeah.
So I was thinking of just asking someone in the office. I was like, hey, yeah, just take that home. And it's been sitting there for like 2 years because it was sitting there in the same corner since before the pandemic.
Hey,
We haven't
ask
been
the
to the
powers that
office in
be,
like two
man.
years. So
Ask the powers that be. That's all.
bro.
That's
But
all we
it
can say.
was, it's like I popped it open. It's like Sonic '06. It has a sticky note on it. Says play me. It's like who's gonna play Sonic '06?
Blame me.
Oh man. Um, but I thought that was kind of like an interesting thing that I stumble upon this week while I was
That's hilarious.
while I was working over there. So man,
Eventually, when we have a no load time studio, I do want to have some of like I want to have some obscure like consoles in our collection, like just for fun.
you'll have one of those Bandai Playdia or some like
Yes, like
Japanese
something
crazy
super.
thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we're not obscure like 3DO obscure, like
No, no, no.
even more obscure than that.
Yes.
So that's another thing I did with my daughter. I went through the we went through the entirety of the game console, and whatever console I didn't know what it was, we looked up, and we found a bunch of like crazy Japanese things that were like
For sale?
for girls, like they were like targeted at like
Yeah.
girls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They made them special. Yeah.
yeah,
Like
exactly. They made in pink or like little hearts or it's
in the
nuts,
Japanese
dude.
market. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that Hello Kitty Dreamcast. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yes.
It's beautiful,
Yes.
man. It's actually beautiful. Like it's
Yeah.
a really
Yeah, it's pretty
nice
cool.
looking piece of hardware. Yeah,
Hello Kitty's no joke, man.
yeah, and it's legit. You see, she's gonna be on the Banana Blitz.
I did.
Yeah,
I did. I was like, let's go.
Let's go.
You know I love that banana blitz, bro.
Yeah, man, that's cool.
Pick it up on my Switch.
But yeah, it's nominal. This thing's not gonna make any difference. Like people making a big deal out of it.
It's
They
an
just,
interesting fact.
yeah, yep. Uh, we'll see what happens next Thursday when the new PS5 showcase comes around. They're saying that they're going to show like really big stuff like this holiday and beyond. So
Hmm.
I'm expecting to see whatever they're working. I'm expecting to see God of War. I'm expecting to see some more Horizon. I'm expecting to see whatever update for Death Stranding is coming out in like a few weeks. I'm also expecting to see Final Fantasy 16. They gotta give me Final Fantasy 16. Like this was like that was one of the thing that's one of the reasons why I actually bought a PS5. Like I gotta have this game when it comes out, and I don't want to have to risk not having a PS5. So they got it at this point because when they showed it last year, that looked pretty like in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
So I think this is the right time to show it. Um, more than likely that game's coming out next year, so we'll see. But yeah, what else do you think we'll see, man?
Yeah, I think that they're going to have to give some they're going to have to give some light to, what's been going on with the delays, right? Like they're going to have to say like, "Don't worry guys, we've been having these delays, but when we do come out, you can expect to have this and this, right?" I'm curious if they're also going to be talking at all about plans for holiday release. Like of any kind, like this would be a good opportunity for them to kind of put anything out there that they would be playing for their release schedule for the holidays. Um, I don't know, man. I mean, it was funny with the not to change the subject, but with the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer at the very end, right? Getting the PlayStation DualSense
It was
controller plug.
jarring.
I was like,
It was jarring.
yeah, like
Yeah,
I was like, okay, cool, sure. I don't know like what kind of
we're getting
marketing
DLC.
they'll yeah, right? Like what kind of marketing they'll pull for this. I'm curious to see. They don't need to. I mean, first of all,
Oh yeah.
if you want a PS5, it's not like you can just go and pick one up. I literally was having this conversation with someone this week. They were like, "Oh, I can get a PS5." I'm like, "Hope you enjoy trying." Like,
Yeah.
there's people are still
Yep.
in the raffles for these things.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. Oh man, it's insane.
Have fun.
Um. Yep. We skipped Patty Jenkins. But let's do that real quick before we talk
Sure,
about
that's a quick
Horizon.
one.
So, uh, I don't know. Okay. Like how I feel about Wonder Woman 1984. We talked about it.
Yeah,
Um.
man.
So she came out this week, and or just today, because
I
this
think it was
came out
today. Yeah.
today. Um. And this is a quote from the interview. And they're talking about movies coming out in streaming services. So her quote is, "All these films that are all of the films that are that streaming services are putting out. I'm sorry, they look like fake movies to me. I don't hear about them. I don't read about them. It's not working as a model for establishing legendary greatness." And then like a few days ago, she said something about Wonder Woman 1984. Just like people didn't like it because it was on streaming because they would like it more in the movie theater or something like that, right?
Not true, man.
I don't know how I feel about that, dude.
Not
I
yeah.
don't. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't have anything against her, right? But you gotta walk that fine line and not get people angry. Um, but guess what? People are talking about these movies because people were talking about the Snyder Cut. Like it's the different thing that WB wanted to pretend the movie didn't exist, but we do. Like people do, like fans knew. Like you can go on YouTube and there's 100 million Snyder Cut
Passionate fans.
reactions. So um, I'm not sure where she's getting this from. Right? I don't understand. I think I do understand her line of thought, and it's more of the Scarlett Johansson thing that we saw with her lawsuit, right? Um, but I just don't agree, right? I've seen some really good movies on streaming services for sure. Like I
Same.
think what Pixar's put out, it's good. It's you know great even. So um, problem is that it's not on the I guess the collective mindset because there's not like the groups of people congregating and going to the movie theater to have the experience. But people are still having the experience. It's just that you don't hear about it because people are not out in the street yelling about it. So I don't know, man. What do you think? It's kind of iffy.
Well, she would have a point if her own movie was legendary. Like I'm not trying to be that
Ooh.
way, but I'm gonna say it. Like, and listen, I've been honest to say, like Wonder Woman 1984. Like I did, it doesn't bother me the way some people act like that movie was like Catwoman or something. I was like,
I know.
why
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
watchable.
True, true.
It's
That's true.
watchable, guys. Like it's not a disaster,
That's
right?
true. Yeah.
But we're specifically using the word great and legendary. I'm sorry, it's not. This is not one of those where you'll be sitting back, you know, old, Grandpa Joel sitting back and be like, "Yeah, listen, kids, that Wonder Woman 1984 was just legendary." That's not. It's not that movie, guys. I'm sorry. Um,
Single grandpa,
but
by the way.
thank you. so, so it's like understanding that okay, I think that she made an acceptable movie. I just don't think it's great, or again, legendary.
I think
But
acceptable is the right word for that movie.
acceptable, right?
Yeah.
But I do think she has like general, like aside from that comment, because like you need to check yourself before you start making these statements on your own movies. I think that's what most people were getting at with it. It's like but she does have a point with the whole streaming thing, right? Because people talk about like you could talk about the Snyder Cut, or you could talk about those Pixar films. You could talk about a lot of those films were made to be actually in the theaters that just so happen to come on streaming circumstantially,
Correct.
right?
Yep.
Um, so it's like, yeah, people were talking about it, and they're still talking about it now because they were made for the theaters. But movies that are exclusive to streaming, um, gosh, there's plenty of them that come out. Um, I mean,
I mean,
plenty of them
Netflix been
that do
putting them
get
out for years now.
for
So
years. There's plenty of them that get actual award recognition over the last couple of years, right? I mean, Roma, and,
Roma, yeah.
Manchester by the Sea, and this kinds of things, right? That are literally streaming exclusive films. These weren't theatrical films. Some of them had to play in theaters in order to make the window to be out there, but they were made for streaming, right? Um, but the streaming exclusive movies, she does have a point that like when you say fake movies, it's probably too far. I wouldn't go that far in saying it,
Yeah.
but I've watched a few of them recently, like Netflix movies and stuff. And don't get me wrong, like it's fine for television, like they're what they are, they're a TV movie. But talk about quantity over quality, like Netflix is just pumping out movies and TV shows like in magnitude.
Yeah.
So the quality of them tends to shrink for most of them.
Yeah.
Right. So like they're acceptable to watch. But again, to speak of this legendary great movies, like for me personally, there's not many of them that are on the stream platform. Like, oh my gosh, like this is so like the last movie I was talking about was like The Old Guard that was on Netflix. Like that could have been a theater movie. That was pretty
I
good.
think the last
Just
movie, the last Netflix like legit movie was that action movie with Ryan Reynolds. It was pretty popular when it came out. It came out like a year, 2 years ago, maybe.
And he's got a new one coming out with The Rock.
With The
and
Rock,
Gal
yeah, I
Gadot
saw
that's
that.
going to
Yeah,
be coming out later this year. That one actually looked like a theatrical film. Looked like something I would go and
yeah.
actually see in theaters, but it's made for
But then you
streaming.
get Death
Um,
Note, and
yeah,
mm,
like
why
I
would
just
they?
watched that Sass movie on there.
Which one?
It's like the new black. It's like SAS. The new black something order or
Oh
whatever.
yeah,
It was like this is so goofy, man. Like this, I mean, it's a TV movie, but I'm like, and no, I'm not saying theatrical movies aren't goofy, but there's just things that they do that take you out. I think like Without Remorse, if you saw Tom Clancy's Without Remorse on Amazon, that's really good. The other one with Chris Pratt, was it? I forget the name of it now.
oh
That was
yeah,
on
yeah, yeah.
Amazon
The
also.
time travel one, right? Or
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah.
not bad either. Seemed, but she has a point about like the greatness of street. It's not there right now. It just isn't. But movies that were made for the theater that just so happened to be shown, like your Godzilla versus King Kong, like that's a theatrical
Yeah.
movie that just so happened to come
Mortal
out on
Kombat.
HBO
I mean,
Max
Mortal Kombat's
because
like it's an okay movie. It's not. It's not
yeah,
legendary, but
it's not legendary, but it's a theatrical movie that just so happened to be on streaming. Like she has a point of like the streaming only.
yep.
That's but again,
I can
check
see
yourself, Patty, before you make the statement.
I know.
She is making a new Star Wars movie, so hopefully
Uh,
that will be the legendary one. We'll
hopefully.
find out.
We shall see. Uh, Joel, are you ready to pay up for Horizon Forbidden West?
How
Because
many
this is all
versions
so
are there of this
confusing.
thing?
So okay, so let me get this straight. Uh, if you buy the PS4 version standard, you cannot up. You have no upgrade options to PS5. In order for you to upgrade your PS4 version to a PS5 version, you have to get the digital deluxe or a collector's edition. That's it, right? I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Eh,
Well, it's okay. Yep. Go ahead. I'm
yeah,
gonna fact check this.
'cause they have six like nine different versions of the game. Um, my understanding is that you have to get the $80 digital deluxe or one of the $200 to $260 collector's editions, like either the collector's edition or the Regalia edition, to be able to upgrade to PS5.
Yes. So it's technically, if you buy the deluxe edition, it bundles the PS4 and PS5 editions together.
The digital deluxe, but not the
Right.
physical. If you buy
Right.
physical, you can't upgrade.
You can't upgrade.
Yep.
There is no fee. There is no option. There's nothing.
Yep.
But the digital, right? It's $80, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. That sounds right.
Yeah. Interesting. So refresh my mind. This um the original, you cannot upgrade the original Spider-Man without getting miles,
Yes.
right?
You're right.
You have to buy miles
To get the original
and
Spider-Man
and
PS5
get the
edition.
20 and pay $20 to upgrade your old version to the PS5.
And there's no data transfer over or anything.
No.
It's just a
I think they
completely new.
added it though.
It did?
They,
Oh,
I
I
think
can't
they
remember.
patched it recently and they added something, yeah. Um, but not unlike Ghost of Tsushima, where you still have an option to just pay a fee and upgrade, and you'll have with Death Stranding, and you had with Final Fantasy VII. Although Final Fantasy VII, it was free to get the PS5 version, but you still had to pay for the DLC. Um, it's very interesting how they're doing this, right? Um, I don't think they necessarily want to face out the PS4 user base, right? Because there's a ton of PS4s out there.
Sure.
Um, I think it's confusing, and after the backlash, I'm sure that they'll add the option, right? Because it's like you can easily add the option. Like you've added it to Ghost, you've added it to Death Stranding now. You're gonna help Square Enix come up with their convoluted solution, but it still works. So I'm pretty sure that they're going to backtrack on this. Um, you know, Now we saw that Horizon Zero Dawn got the a PS5 patch, which basically runs. It's basically the 4K version with unlocked frame rate. Um, and it's basically kind of like what God of War did. It was like basically the pro version. They just unlocked the frame rate, or they upped it to 60. So, if you haven't played that game, highly recommend it. It's a really really good game. Um, but it's interesting that they're like coming up with this convoluted like skew thing for this game. It's weird.
Would it be fair to say that it's possibly this way because they were unsure of it being cross-gen initially and just decided, like, let's just go ahead and do it? Because I know everyone was under the assumption it was a PS5 game when it was just announced, so we didn't see anything of it.
Possibly.
And then later on, it was like, hey, yeah, it's gonna be on both, and
You
maybe
know,
that's why they're like scrambling to figure all this out.
you know what? But
I
at the
don't know.
same time, you got games that came out on a year before the PS5, and you
Right.
get a free upgrade.
Right.
So like Jedi Fallen Order, and again Final Fantasy, and Final Fantasy was a few months, but yeah,
I'm
uh,
just saying maybe it wasn't a part of the plan, and it was kind of like the exec saying like, do it.
yeah,
I don't know. That's me just trying to speculate, but still doesn't make sense.
it's interesting.
Yeah.
Um, which reminds me, I should pre-order the PS5 deluxe, just to make sure. So make sure. Hey, if it has a steel book, I'm in, man. I love those things.
Oh yeah.
Um, but it's yeah, man, it's crazy. Like they're coming up with this thing, and you have to like jump through hoops. But I mean, there's you still have an option, right? Just buy the digital deluxe, and then if you think you'll get a PS5 and you want to move over, then that's what you would buy, right? You know,
It's not great, but it's not terrible.
yeah, they're giving you the option. It's just
You
not
have an
the option
option.
you want, right?
Right.
Because people are still crying. I was like, oh no, I want to put my disc and have it work. You know, uh, I haven't bought a game in disc since like Spider Man. I
Oh
haven't bought
yeah.
anything since Spider Man. I don't think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Well, I
That's
mean,
that's my
what PS5
backlog, man.
games aside from maybe Ratchet and Clank is really the one this year that I want to
Yeah.
still pick up.
Yep. Um. Yeah.
Like, are we
There's
gonna have a games of the year conversation, man? Because like I don't think so. There's like nothing this
there's
year,
Ratchet,
dude.
dude.
I mean
Ratchet and Guilty
that's
Gear.
by default. Yeah.
Yeah, Ratchet, Guilty Gear, Near, New
Okay.
Replicant. I mean I haven't played it yet, but I heard it's real good. Uh,
Yeah.
Sekiro's my game of the year. It came out in 2019.
Right. Right.
So
That's just basically how it goes.
yeah, dude, it's because it's like my backlog, man. I'm just working through this thing, and then
Nice.
there's like we keep getting good PS Plus stuff too. Like I still haven't played Mordor. I want to go back and I never got to the Uncharted's on PS4 and all that.
Oh
Like
yeah.
there's too much, bro. It's too much.
You got
Like I
games.
said, it's like I haven't played Nier. I haven't gotten Guilty Gear. I want to play Ratchet. Like those three for sure. Those are gonna be like my target games for like a Black Friday. But man, it's nuts. It's just it's a lot. It's a good time to be a gamer, sir, because it's absolutely fantastic. But yeah, just
Yeah.
that PSA there for Horizon Forbidden West. If you're looking to get a free upgrade, you're not gonna get it. You gotta pay up for the deluxe versions of the game. Um, by the way, we didn't mention it at the beginning of the show, but tomorrow we will be streaming tomorrow morning. We're
That's
targeting for
right.
9 a.m. start time, so it's probably gonna be like a 9 to 11. A little after 10:30. We're gonna be playing some Battlefront 2, and unfortunately, we can't get both screens at the same time, but we'll get my screen. We'll stream from there. Joel and I will try to jump into the same games, um, and we'll have of course, the video going, and we'll have the chat open, and we're just gonna talk about like random stuff that it's like not
Yeah.
like that we didn't plan for. So,
We're just gonna go for it.
if anything comes up during the time that we're doing it, we'll talk about it, and that'll be cool, right? But we're just gonna try and play some Battlefront, see how that goes. Hopefully, we will not have any problems finding any games. And we just gotta make sure because haven't done it in a long time, so we
Yeah.
have to figure out how to get Joel and send Joel an invite and have us both be on the same map. So um, yeah, we'll see how that goes. Joel, that's what I got. Unless there's anything else happening, but
Yeah, you could do a quick scrub. I'll
yeah,
send us home, but yeah,
yeah,
do a quick scrub for us for sure.
go ahead, man.
Yeah, we're looking forward to tomorrow streaming some Battlefront. So yeah, make sure you guys are following us, of course, on our social media and on of course our channels here. So we are on, of course, YouTube and Twitch. No load time. Make sure you're subscribed and following us there. No load time all together on Twitch. Also, you can subscribe to our podcast platform, iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, Spotify, Amazon Music. Make sure you find us on your podcast platform. Wow. Also, make sure that you are following us, like I said, on our social media. So, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Make sure to follow us at No Load Time. That's at No Load Time. And if you have any questions, comments, we'd love to hear from you. Send us an email to noloadtime@gmail.com. That's noloadtime@gmail.com. Thank you all so much for being with us, and we look forward to seeing you all tomorrow.
Yep.
And that's right. That's going to be on Friday, the 3rd of September, live at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. See y'all there.
Thank you guys. Stay safe. We'll see you again next time.